Living in a suburban neighborhood with a homeowners association, HOA, often comes with rules, but I never thought owning too many cars would become a problem, especially when they were all parked legally on my own property. As a car enthusiast and a father of three teenagers, two of whom had recently earned their licenses, we had a total of five vehicles: my truck, my wife's SUV, two modest sedans for the kids, and a weekend project car I was restoring. Our driveway could technically hold three cars comfortably, four if we got creative, but one or two cars always ended up parked curbside, still legal in our area. That's when the first HOA warning arrived. You are in violation of community parking regulations. Your residence consistently has excessive vehicle presence. Future violations may incur fines. At first, I thought it was a mistake. Nowhere in the community rules did it say how many cars a household could own, just that street parking shouldn't obstruct traffic or emergency vehicles. Ours didn't. I contacted the HOA to clarify. Their response? A vague explanation that our vehicle count impacts the community aesthetic. Aesthetic? We weren't running a junkyard. These were clean, registered, functioning cars. 2 weeks later, the first fine arrived, 100, then another, and another. $300 later, I knew I had to fight back. But instead of arguing with the HOA, which I knew would go nowhere, I decided to get creative and legal. I dug through the zoning regulations for our county and neighborhood. I discovered that my lot was technically large enough to support a secondary driveway, a seldom used clause in our development's rules that allowed homeowners to make improvements for functionality and aesthetic enhancement. So I got to work. I hired a contractor, submitted my plans to the county for approval, and got the necessary permits. The HOA tried to stall me, sending passive-aggressive emails and requesting additional reviews. But legally, they had no standing to stop it. 4 weeks later, construction began. We extended the side yard, cleared out some landscaping, and poured fresh concrete. By the end of the month, I had a brand new second driveway, clean, properly sloped, and able to fit two additional vehicles comfortably. As soon as the ribbon dried, I moved the two street-parked cars into the new space. The HOA president stopped by that weekend and with a tight-lipped smile said, "Looks like you found a workaround." I smiled back. "Not a workaround, just a home improvement. You inspired it." The fines stopped immediately. What's more, several neighbors who also had large families or older teens approached me to ask about the permit process. Apparently, I wasn't the only one struggling with the so-called vehicle aesthetic enforcement. Within a few months, two more houses had added extended parking pads or side driveways, all within code. The HOA quietly updated their guidelines after that, adding more clarity around parking regulations. But by then, the point had been made. Homeowners have rights too, and a little research goes a long way. Moral of the story? When rules get twisted against you, use the system to your advantage. Sometimes the best clapback is a concrete one.